Welcome to this overview of qualitative research methods. I'm a professor with the School of Social Work at Michigan State University, where I teach research methods and proposal writing. My own research focuses on Alzheimer's patients and their family caregivers, in which I have used qualitative research methods and mixed methods. So in this series of lectures, I will draw examples from my previous research to help you understand qualitative research methods. To start with, the goal of this workshop is to help you understand qualitative research approaches and concepts so that you can determine whether qualitative research method fits your research project. And if so, how to design and implement a qualitative research project. Specifically, I will cover 4 modules, including what is qualitative research, how to write good qualitative research questions, what are common qualitative data collection approaches, and what a rigorous qualitative data analysis look like. Welcome to this overview of qualitative research methods. I'm a professor with School of Social Work at Michigan State University, where I teach research methods and proposal writing. In my own research on Alzheimer's patients and their family caregivers, I've used qualitative research methods, which I may refer to during this series of lectures. To start with, the goal of this series of lectures is to help you learn about qualitative research concepts and approaches so that you can determine whether qualitative research method fits your research project, and if so, how to conduct a qualitative research project. Specifically, I will cover 4 modules, including what is qualitative research, how to draft good research questions in qualitative studies, how to conduct data collection in qualitative research, and how to conduct data analysis in qualitative research. In the first module, we will introduce the distinctive features of qualitative research method and the 5 primary qualitative inquiry approaches. So what is research? Research is a systematic application of rigorous methods to gather information to explain a social phenomenon. Qualitative research is using qualitative data and approach to address a research question. Qualitative literally means the quality of things. That is different from quantitative, which is measured by quantity or number. Let's take a look at these 2 research questions. The first one, what proportion of patients with diabetes in the clinic takes insulin? And second question, what percentage of dementia family caregivers is spouse? Both questions can be answered by a number, right? But if we want to understand why diabetic patients are not willing to take insulin, or how caregiving experience has shaped the lives of wife dementia family caregivers, do you think these 2 questions can also be answered by some numbers? Probably not. I like to cite Albert Einstein's quotes here. Not everything can be counted, and not everything that can be counted counts. Qualitative research mainly draws its history from anthropology, sociology, philosophy, and psychology, and recently is embraced by other social sciences and health sciences, including social work and nursing. In nursing research, it's often used to understand patient or health provider behaviors, perceptions, and values, as well as the problems with the nursing care system. So compared to quantitative research design, I want to highlight a few distinctive features of qualitative research. First is philosophical roots are constructivism or interpretivism. Constructivism believes there is no objectivity rather than realities are socially constructed through human interactions, which involves subjectivity, personal meanings, and interpretations. Therefore, the focus of qualitative research is subjective meaning, as well as the context and history that shape the meaning. And in qualitative research, the goals are often to explore a new phenomena, describe the lived experience of a social group, understand the issues of a program, or discover a new concept or theory. In qualitative data collection, researchers should not keep a value-free stance. Rather, they need to be alert to and reflect on constantly how their experience, values, and background influence data they collected. Therefore, the design of qualitative research is flexible and evolving. Sampling and recruitment of new participants can be added at a different stage. Now let's take a look at 5 traditional qualitative research approaches. For each tradition, I will briefly introduce its characteristics and point to an article example, which you can find out later to read it more carefully. And the first one is ethnography, which is derived from anthropology and sociology. It emphasizes the shared values within a group and aims to describe it from the insider's perspective. And the approach often used in ethnography is observation of the social group in their natural setting over a long time. For example, for a nursing researcher, you may want to use this approach to observe the recovery experience of stroke patients in a rehab center, or explore how women sex workers use illegal drugs in their daily living. Here is an example that the author used ethnography approach to study the dying experience of nursing home residents through participant observation and interviews. Let's look at a second qualitative research tradition, which is called grounded theory. From the term grounded theory, we know its goal is to generate a small-scale theory through looking for patterns, themes, or common categories of human behaviors. An approach involves multiple stages of data collection. For example, after analysis of the first group of participants, the researcher may determine which additional participants need to be added. And the additional cases can either confirm or contrast the existing findings based upon the initial group. This is often called theoretical sampling. The article here is an example that used grounded theory to explain patient participation in nursing care, which you can look for this article and read it more carefully later. The third tradition, we call it phenomenological study. The phenomenological study's purpose is to describe the detailed and rich experience of individuals who experience a common problem. It uses in-depth interviews to understand often hard-to-reach groups or special groups, such as early-stage dementia patients, or women with HIV/AIDS, or teenagers with severe mental illness. This example article used phenomenological to understand the experience of lung disease patients, COPD patients. The fourth tradition, which we call case studies, which you may be more familiar with. Case studies are used to examine specific problems or issues associated with a program, a group, organization, or even a system. And data often come from interviews, observations, and client logs that the clients keeps. The last category of qualitative inquiry, which we call it participatory action research. By looking at the term participatory action, its goal is to affect social change through generating knowledge that informs action and practice. Participants in this design are treated as research partners. They take a lead in research design, data collection, and even helping figure out an action plan. Often researchers are in collaboration with a community service agency to reach out to the target groups and work with them to define the problem, come up with the strategies to solve the problem. Here is an example of participatory action research among South Asian women used participatory action research to promote health. In this module, we highlighted what is qualitative research and the 5 major qualitative research approaches. Regardless what qualitative tradition you chose, qualitative research does not focus on numbers or quantity or hypothesis testing, but rather they want to describe, uncover, or explain the meaning of social phenomena from the participants' perspectives. And here are a few references. You may look it up and to help you better understand what is qualitative research. And in our next module session, we'll talk about how to draft a qualitative research questions. Thank you for watching this lecture. I encourage you to take time to dig into the concepts and approach we covered in this lecture. In particular, I encourage you to locate and find the references I recommend in the end. If you have any questions, feel free to shoot me an email, and my email address is on the first slide of this lecture. Have a great day.